Okay, Titillating Tuesday. Does it make you laugh? Does it make you... Listen, jokes about pups. So basically, what I'm going to do is just tell a few jokes. This episode is not the first one in the Titillating Tuesday series. There's quite a few, but it's the latest one, January 14th, 2020. So basically, I'm trying to think of when I've been victimized by a perpetrator, and then when you're victimized by a perpetrator, it's not just physical things they do to you. They can psychologically victimize you, But to victimize someone psychologically, it's like you're doing a magic trick. You're not touching them, but you're touching them. So you're touching their software. Yeah. Normally with neuro-linguistic science and things like that. But it's kind of like, to go off in a tangent, it's like what bothers me is like we don't know how to spot a perp. Yeah. Someone who misleads people is a perpetrator. Somebody who's ignorant, yeah, that forces their beliefs on people is a perpetrator. Somebody who doesn't know enough but wants to force everyone to believe what they're doing, yeah, is a perpetrator. Yeah. And they're very hard to spot. Yeah. Some of them perpetrate when they're in the process of crying. So you say this can't possibly be a perpetrator, but it's perpetrating as it's crying. So he's sitting there, he wants to steal your cigarette, and he's like, "Oh, I haven't smoked all day. Oh, it's been a hard day." Tells you a sob story. "I can't believe it. Just give me that cigarette. No, just give me the whole packet." And you say, he'll end up taking everything. "Can I have your phone as well? Come on, it's been a bad day." He's a perpetrator, but he's robbing you as you're busy feeling sorry for him. But you have to bear in mind, you have to understand that the highest level of knowledge that has been attained on Earth is in your body. Now, the body, I don't know if you've seen how the latest AI learns. They put it in a room, yeah, in a box room, and they just press start or put it on, yeah, and it's been programmed to write down its experience and learn from it. The first thing it does, it bumps into the wall. So it writes down its experience and learns not to do that. And then, or it might like doing that and it gets stuck on that. So they have to go back in it and just remove that program and say, okay, it's fun to bump your head on the wall, but if you could just stop doing it. So then eventually figures out the perimeter of the wall. And if you start it like that and you leave it for 20 minutes, you come back and it's not bumping into stuff. It's now can navigate itself and it's self-taught. Yeah. Now the body has been like that, self-taught in situ for 4.5 billion years. It started off like an RNA or virus, if you like, and it learned how to not get fucked up by the environment, how not to die. Yeah. So by watching other viruses make the same mistakes and learning not to, and and just luckily not doing it, and then eventually it saw the need to develop a brain to process what it's doing. So after 4.5 billion years, let's say you started it off like a machine. It was a machine. It didn't have consciousness, so it was like an AI. Yeah. So they put it in situ, and after 4.5 billion years, it came up with this. Now, the knowledge that the body, not you consciously, the body, because your consciousness is new, but the body has been around for 4.5 billion years. Before you, it used to be food. Yeah, and before that it used to be plant and animal, and you can trace it all the way back, yeah, to the first cells. Yeah, so it's been around for 4.5 billion years, and it's been learning, and it learns whatever form it's in, which is very important for living organisms, to learn if you're a small something, a big something, to learn if you're a carnivore, a herbivore. It's very, very important. So it knows what it is based on what we don't know. One time I picked a deck of cards and I shuffled it, put it down, lifted up the top card. Before I saw it, I said, "This is the 8 of hearts." Yeah. And I couldn't lift it until after a few moments. It's like the 8 of cards was coming to the top and they were going like that or something. When I lifted it, it was the 8 of hearts. And I attributed that to my body doing that, not me. Yeah. That's when you understand that the most knowledge you have is the body. But when somebody tells you that what your body feels like is wrong, you're like, no. It's what you feel like is wrong. The body's been doing his shit for 4.5 billion years. You've only been around for as long as you've been alive. but your body's been around longer. How could the body be wrong? Yeah. It knows why it feels like that. So normally when it comes to feeling, I go with what the body wants. Yeah. If the body feels cold, yeah, and somebody hasn't done an perpetrated to make me start going like that for me to feel cold, I say, okay, the body feels cold. I better address that. I never argue with it. If the body feels horny, yeah, and there's a woman standing there, so I'd never argue with you, you're horny. But I don't want to be a pop, so I don't approach them ones. So basically, this has been kind of semi-lecture, semi-titillating jokes time. But it's just a matter of just saying that, you know, mind the people who claim to be more knowledgeable about things when they couldn't possibly be more knowledgeable about them than other examples you have in life. Yeah, you know, where somebody says, I know what the body wants, and your body is telling you different, you go with the body because they couldn't possibly know more than the body, and you have to learn to fine tune into it. That's how I avoid perps who are trying to tell my body to do stupid things. Yeah, because your body learned to cooperate with consciousness. So consciousness also arrived early, and it's been around for some time as well, and they cooperate with each other. So, but because this is happening, some perps take advantage of the cooperation, and they program you to program your body against you. Yeah, so you have to know when it's your body that's speaking independently, or when it's your body that's speaking because you have told it and you're too stupid to know that you did. Yeah, so you have to avoid these perps as well, like, you know, that project themselves and give you the impression that they're more intelligent than what your body is telling you to feel. Yeah, it is funny to me. Yeah, so I'll print this. Does it make you laugh?